Welcome back to JL Day, everyone. I'm going to give you Week 8 predictions for every single NFL game in 5 minutes or less. Let's get into it. Our first game of the week is the Houston Texans traveling to Carolina. Carolina is 0-6. It's a battle of the number 1 pick and the number 2 pick. I'm going with the number 2 pick because CJ Stroud has just been better. I like the Texans to win this game 24-20. Then we have the Rams at the Cowboys. The Cowboys have their biggest home winning streak in the NFL at 10 games. I think that continues. They're coming off a bye. They're healthy, and the Rams just don't look right. I like the Cowboys 27-20. Then we go to the Vikings at the Packers. The Vikings had a very big win on Monday Night Football against a banged-up San Francisco 49ers team. Kirk Cousins is kind of playing like the best quarterback in the NFL. He might not have as good as a game as he did last week because this game is outside. It's in Green Bay. It's a little colder. But I like the Vikings to dominate this game, 28-14. And then we go to the Saints at the Colts. Battle of two not-so-good teams. Derek Carr versus Gardner Minshew. I just like Gardner Minshew. I think he's got the locker room behind him. He plays hard, man, 150% all the time. Derek Carr is bitching and complaining about everyone, pointing fingers. I don't like that for New Orleans. Colts win 17-14. Then we go to the AFC's rivalry between the New England Patriots traveling to the Miami Dolphins. Tua is 5-0 versus the Patriots. I think that continues to 6-0. I like the Dolphins to get the W at home in a close game, 27-24. Then we move on to the Jets versus the Giants. The Giants had a nice win over the Commanders last week, 14-7, and the Jets are coming off a bye. They're getting healthy. That defense is going to be even better. I like for him to shut down Tyrod Taylor because Daniel Jones is hurt. Zach Wilson has been playing better. I like the Jets, 17-14. Then we go Jaguars at the Steelers. This is a really interesting game. Kenny Pickett played good last week with a big come-behind victory. And then the Jaguars played last Thursday, so they got a little extra time off. Trevor Lawrence's knee is a little banged up, but I just like the Jaguars in this spot. I don't believe in Kenny Pickett and that offense. And the Jaguars are very good against the run, so they're going to force Kenny Pickett to throw the ball. I think he throws 2 interceptions. Jaguars win this game 17-10. And then we move on to Atlanta versus the Titans, another battle of two horrible teams. Tannehill might not play in this game. I don't know what's going to happen with Bijan Robinson, if he's going to play or not. That's up in the air as well. The Titans traded away their best defensive player at the safety position, and then there's rumors about Derrick Henry and DeAndre Hopkins being on the block. I think the Titans have packed it in. I like the Falcons in this spot to win a close game, 13-10, low-scoring game. Then we have the Eagles at the Commanders. The Eagles are only letting up 63 yards per game on the ground. That means Sam Howell, who has been sacked 40 times, is going to have to pass a lot. The Eagles dominate this game, 31-10. Then we go to Cleveland at Seattle. This is going to be one of the best games of the week. A really good defense in Cleveland and some really good weapons on offense for Seattle. I don't know who wins this game. It's going to be a real big dogfight, but I'm going to go with the home team. I like Geno Smith at home. It's really tough to play in Seattle. I like Seattle here, 21-20. Then we move on to the Ravens at the Cardinals. The Ravens blew the brakes off of the Detroit Lions last week by over 30 points. I think they blow out the Cardinals that aren't very good too. Another 30-point victory, 35-10. And then we move on to the Chiefs at the Broncos. This is another blowout spot in the NFL, a not-so-good game. The Broncos are terrible on defense. They're not very, active on offense at all. Even though Russell Wilson's numbers look pretty good, that's kind of a mirage. I like the Chiefs to dominate on the road here for sure, 27-17. And then we move on to the Bengals at the 49ers. I just read Brock Purdy is out of this game. He's still in concussion protocol, I think. I like the Bengals defensive line to get after the backup quarterback position, force some turnovers. Joe Burrow's getting healthier week after week. I like the Bengals to win an upset here, 21-14. And then we move on to the Bears at the Chargers. Another battle of two not-so-good teams. The Bears had a surprise victory last week. The Chargers haven't been right in his last 3 games. Justin Herbert has 4 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. He doesn't look great. But I'm going to go with the home team here. The Chargers are just a better football team than the Bears right now. It's going to be a close game, 14-13 Chargers. And then Monday Night Football, we have the Raiders. We don't know if Jimmy Garoppolo is going to play, but I'm not sure that even matters. I like the Lions to get right at home after getting blown out by the Ravens, 27-14 for the Lions. That wraps it up, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe. Peace.